I think it's a solid season. We are back.
Yes.
Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. We're the Movie Couple. I'm Wendy.
I'm Dustin.
And let's talk about Daredevil Born Again Season 1. This is going to be our review. We're going to try very hard to not do spoilers. We had the chance to watch the season. We also recorded our reaction, so that's what you're looking for. Don't worry, they are coming. They're going to be coming a little slow because editing takes a long time, but they are coming. We're excited to share those videos with you. In the meantime, let's talk Daredevil Season 1, Daredevil Reborn. One of my main concerns, and I think this was on everybody's mind, and I feel like the trailers and the people that were involved, the creatives, were trying to really like put our minds at ease to say, hey, we know those Netflix series, the style of it, the dark and the gritty and the violence and all of that, like, we know that that's important to you because that's what was established. It obviously was received very well with fans, and they want to keep that in this series, and then they're not going to like change anything or whatever. So that was one of my worries.
We're not going to get like a Daredevil show that's like the Daredevil from like She-Hulk or anything. This is
a lot of people
really,
didn't like that, right?
This is really keeping to the Netflix vibe, the Netflix feeling. So anyone who is worried about that, them kind of Disneyfying it, don't worry. It really does stick to that kind of vibe and feeling.
Yeah, what I really enjoy about that is that they are consistent in delivering the same kind of grittiness. You will see violence, you will see all the... This is the most rated R thing that's on the Disney Plus Marvel series so far. Because I know in the past they're like, oh yeah, they promise it's going to be dark and gritty, and it was just like, oh, okay, it's like dark and gritty light.
Yeah.
This, they go fully... I feel like, honestly, every episode they get deeper and deeper into it.
Yeah. The further you go, there is one point to where there are some times where you're like, oh! When you guys see our reactions, you will be able to see, there are a couple moments that are quite shocking.
Yes. I love these arcs that these characters are getting to have in this series. And we'll talk specifically for Matt and for Fisk. Just their storyline, and for Matt specifically, like the struggle of doing, does he don the mask, does he not? Who is he? Is he Matt?
Yeah.
Or is he Daredevil? There's a little bit of that like conflict within him. What we saw, something that is the catalyst for him to kind of go, I gotta put away this, or maybe I gotta put away this thinking. And you see him struggle with that throughout the entire season, and he just tries to do what he thinks is right. It's really amazing to watch. And also for Fisk, he's kind of gone through his own thing too, and you saw in the trailer, so I don't feel like it's a spoiler. He is wanting to run for mayor, so you're thinking, okay, crime boss, but the mayor is very much in the public eye, can be persecuted by the law. How does he handle that? So it's been so interesting to watch these actors act out these conflicts that they have to deal with.
Yeah, because each one of these actors have been doing this character for quite a while now, in many different iterations, in many different shows, and they now really have become these characters. And I like it because they haven't taken the character to a place yet that we have not enjoyed watching, especially in this series. They have done an amazing job to where you're always leaning in more, going, yeah, what's going to happen? What's going on? How are you going to do this? And they really do a good job on drawing you in, making you interested, hanging on each one of their words, trying to catch, maybe, are they lying? Are they telling the truth? The actors have these characters in like, what is it called? Like, they know them like the back of their hands.
Yes, they do. Yeah,
so it's just great just to be able to hang out with these characters that are so masterfully done by these actors.
And what I also like is how they don't feel like they need to rely on the action scenes for the show to be great. In fact, I feel like, there's more courtroom drama and procedural stuff that is necessary for this show, because we get to see Matt as the lawyer, and it's so dramatic, not in a bad way. It's really excellent to watch that and have you still be really interested in the show, have these cases and him being a lawyer being so interesting as he kind of lives this double life. So I like that we don't really feel like we need the action. I mean, the action's great. When they do it, it's great.
I do have to admit, I actually wanted a little bit more. I wanted there to be a few more fight scenes like that hallway scene. There were times when they attempted it, but there's no fight scene in this season that does compare to that first season 1 hallway fight, to where it's that long shot far away. You can see the choreography. You can see the fighting. There is one where there's a couple times where they attempted it, but you can tell that it wasn't quite as masterfully pulled off. And there were some times where I'm like, come on, I want to see some action. I want to see some good fight scenes in here. And you don't always get it as much as you did in some of the other earlier seasons.
And I also will say to that, while I have enjoyed basically the entire season, there is one episode, I don't know if I should say which one, so I'll wait for you, let you guys find out on your own. But there was one episode that the vibe was so different to the other episodes that had come out, where you get this one, you're like, okay, where are we going with this? And I don't want to call it unnecessary. It definitely was my least favorite episode out of it, because it felt like where everything was dark, gritty, Netflixy, the thing that they promised that we would get. This episode kind of broke that, and it kind of was giving us Disney Plus, and it made me worry because
Disney Plus vibes.
Yeah, and I was like, oh no, are we going to go away from what I've been liking so much about this series? Luckily, they got right back on track in the next episode. You have nothing to worry about.
Yeah.
But that one is interesting. I want to see how that pays off later on, and that's all I'm going to say about that without giving away too much spoilers.
Yeah, they did kind of set something up to where if they go in that direction, I don't know if I want them to do that.
Correct.
There's certain things that they reveal, certain things that they talk about that I'm like, no, you don't need it. You don't need to go down there. We don't need that little goodie, that little thing that you're teasing about right now. Just stay on the path that you're going on, and don't, because I feel like if they did, they're gonna change up the vibes way too much.
Yes. Yeah, let the Daredevil show be the Daredevil show, and let the other Disney Plus shows be the Disney Plus shows. As far as cameos, you will see them, and you're going to be really happy with them. I feel that, with like that influx of, especially for streaming Disney Plus shows, we've seen a lot of Kingpin in Disney Plus. Obviously in Echo, that's the most recent one before Daredevil Born Again. I mean, before that, it was in Hawkeye, because he made a little bit of an appearance dealing with Kate's mom. So for the people who haven't watched those, I feel like they don't go so far into it. I don't feel like you're going to be like super confused. It's not really hard to follow.
You don't have to watch it.
You don't have to watch it. It does make it a little bit more like, I know that person.
And also it does a little bit of a, okay, that was the result of what happened at the end of
one
that
of them
show.
they explain, the other one they don't explain. Like, I think it's one of the shows, like, if you don't watch it, you'd be like, who's this person? And they don't explain it at all. But I think it's fine, because I think if they do explain it, it'll be in season 2.
Yeah,
So sorry for being so vague. I'm so worried about spoiling this for you guys. So with that said, I think we're gonna go ahead and wrap up this review. Look, I really liked it. I think it was even with the one episode that I didn't like, I think it's a solid season. We are back.
Yes.
There's so many, I think for the most part, almost every single episode we were screaming at the TV at least one point. So take that as you will. So yeah, if I were to rate it out of 10, we don't usually do anything out of 10. I would give this 8 out of 10.
You know what? I'm actually right there with you. I thought this was a solid show. It kept the same grittiness. It kept the same vibe. You didn't really have to go back and rewatch all of the shows that involved Kingpin and Daredevil. So yeah, I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10.
Yeah. I will say you might want to, like, a refresher for season 3.
Yeah, look up just like season 3 recap.
I'm sure there's so many YouTube videos out there that'll recap, like, to catch you up. So, like, at least do that, I guess, if you want to. It's not necessary, though. I don't feel like it's necessary. So, With that said, let us know your thoughts once you've seen the season, or I guess the first couple of episodes. Let us know in the comments if you were screaming at your TV with us in the first episode, in the season premiere, because it's a 2-episode premiere. I feel like everybody's going to be screaming. I feel like everybody's going to go and run to their social media and be like, oh my God. So I can't wait to see you guys' like reaction to that. And yeah, comment below your thoughts. Thanks for watching, and look forward to our reactions. We'll see you in the next video.